Hello YouTube and welcome to this new video, and this time about one of the greatest heroes in Nordic culture, Ragnar the Red. No, I'm serious. I'm like real serious. I mean, we have nothing on this guy, and I wanted to theorize who could he be, and that's something we will do in this video. So without further ado, let's kick off. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles in gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did the Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead, and now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so came the clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more, when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. So, there's not much to go on in this poem. Like, there's really not that much. It's so strange how such a famous hero, remembered in a legendary and immortal song sung across all of Skyrim, does not have more lore to himself. I mean, literally. Some say he's the Headless Horseman, but I do not believe that. Certainly not because I want views and YouTube monies. Okay, maybe we'll touch on him somewhere in this theory, but I'm not willing to accept that he is Ragnar the Red just because he writes about the same track as Ragnar from the song supposedly did. And he's a man without a head. If we are going to fit the horseman into this theory, I will need at least one piece of more evidence. So, let's put the horseman aside for one moment and analyze the song for what we can find. So from the song we can deduce that he either was a man with red hair or a red head from constant drunkenness. I personally think, for sake of this theory, that it's the latter, that he has always a red head because he's always drunk, and that's what got him the nickname. The second thing that we can deduce is, as I mentioned, the guy likes mead, a lot of it, which actually supports my former point of always being red from drunkenness. The third thing that we can deduce is that he was from Rorikstead, or at least came from there. Now for this theory I'm about to speculate something radical, something that's not canon, and that would actually make the mystery of Ragnar the Red a lot less mysterious, at least to me. But again, it's not canon, just my speculation. So let's go theorizing. There is of course the possibility that we have to take the song very literally, and that Ragnar the Red was a man who was always drunk, never paid his bar tabs, until Matilda killed him because he drank all the mead in a drunk mood, lied about all sorts of adventures he supposedly once had, which would excuse him for not paying his bar tabs. Sure, okay, credible enough, case closed, nothing to see here. Exactly, nothing to see here. There is something that probably happens all the time in Tamriel, people not paying their bar tabs, thus getting killed. Red head due to drunkenness, bold stories, you get the picture. It must happen everywhere, in Cyrodiil, in Skyrim, certainly in Morrowind, everywhere. But why the fuck do we remember Ragnar the Red then? Why is he immortalized in a song? This, my dear friends, I think I found out, with some help. It is not a merry song about some shithead named Ragnar who just happened not to pay his bar tab. Oh no, this might just have been a very dark song. A song warning the people of Skyrim not to fuck with Rorikstead. So, I will need to explain myself before you will believe this, because it's very far-fetched. My good friend SF Alba from my Discord group came to me and said, "Oi, remember those guys at Rorikstead? Those guys worship Daedra, crazy shit there. And what if Ragnar the Red was visiting those Daedra worshippers from Rorikstead and they gave him all this crazy power?" So basically what we thought up was that Ragnar the Red might have actually been a true great warrior, a real hero with great skill and awesome powers, and that he might have one day been the protector of Rorikstead. He might have actually once been a great hero who actually had a lot of adventures protecting Rorikstead and actually made a lot of gold from it, killing bandits, thus fitting in the song. But we theorized that at one point in his great career he started drinking a lot and neglecting his duties. He just kept drinking for free and boasted about himself, and the Daedra or the people of Rorikstead might have actually decided to once again strip him from his borrowed combat skills, which allowed Matilda of Whiterun to kill him. If you think, Imperial, you're connecting dots that don't exist, you might actually be right, maybe I am doing that. But I've not yet told you everything. You know how Ragnar died? He died defending his honor. Even though he was drunk, he still died with a sword in his hand. See the clashing and slashing of steel in the song, after he was accused of lying. And a man dying in combat, defending his honor and drunk on mead is like the most Nordic thing I've ever heard, and yet we don't see him in Sovngarde. We see a lot of famous Nords in Sovngarde, like Isgrimor himself, Ulfric Stormcloak. But this guy, who has his own song to him, that's being sung in like the entire province, he's not there. This might actually be because his powers were given to him by the Daedra, and his life belonged to them now. This might actually explain the Headless Horseman, if he is Ragnar the Red, as Ragnar would probably not be accepted in some sort of Daedric heaven, because after neglecting his duties, he probably would be punished by the Daedra. Therefore, his headless body could be doomed to forever repeat his last ride to Whiterun from Rorikstead. That's my theory, of course with the help of SF Alba from my Discord server. And I personally really like the theory. I mean, it gives Ragnar the Red and the Headless Horseman some more story. But still, it's kind of far-fetched, and I understand it if you really don't buy into it, because, I don't know, it sounds really unlikely, but I think it's awesome. I think it's a good theory, but it's just my opinion. Anyway, if you liked the video, like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel for more videos, my Discord and Instagram, or in the comments for more contact with me. Leave your video suggestions in the comments below, and then I think I'll see you in the next video. It will probably be a regular lore video again. Bye bye!